Good morning. We might just kick off with some general musings on the regulatory burden in Australia. How difficult is it to do business in this country based on regulatory compliance factors?
Did you want me to take that one, Alex?
Yeah. Sure. I might kick us off. Danielle Wood, Chair of the Productivity Commission. What we found, we've recently completed 5 interim reports on productivity. There are different measures that you can draw on when thinking about the regulatory burden.
Yeah.
So some of those that we looked at included our rankings in various kind of global competitiveness scales. And what we found is that we've sort of tended to, it looks like the burden has increased over time on a number of those different measures. We're currently doing some further work for the government looking at what might be the best measure or the best set of measures you might use to think about those issues.
Fredericks was stepping down, and it was that he would step down on the 20th of June. It was on the 8th of July that Mr Kaiser's appointment was announced. So when did you first advertise for the vacancy?
So, as I mentioned earlier, this process was done through what we call a closed competitive process, which is by invitation.
Oh, he also had some insights about the actual costs that may well be involved in, per tonne, trying to deal with 1% of the world's climate emissions. Remember, this government has just signed up to a 2035 target of up to 70% of 1% of the world's climate problems. Well, that requires many, many, many tonnes. But how much per tonne is it going to cost? Again, thanks for the info.
Right, what the model effectively does, it looks at the abatement options that are available at each point in time and chooses the least cost forms of abatement and works up the stack until you get to the emissions reduction that we've applied as a constraint in the model.
Okay. So in other words, this is the incentive that would be required to meet the pathway of emissions reduction.
To get the marginal abatement that you need to meet that pathway.
The final dollar that matters. So this starts at $67 a tonne from 26 to 30 period and rises to $293 a tonne under the baseline scenario.
Correct.
So that is the effective carbon price which is necessary to meet that goal.
Honestly. Honestly.
Just let the officials answer
the question, but it's the most juvenile question, really.
That's very.
It's a standard feature of climate modelling.
Yeah, and so let the officials answer then, Minister.
And when you're annoying people, you are hovering right over the target. You can see the reaction there of the hyper-partisan minister desperately trying to change the subject.